Hello and welcome, fellow wanderers. When was the last time you stopped to think, am I on the right path? And think, when was the last time before that where you felt the answer was clear? Many of us have or will experience this existential dilemma at some point in our lives. But to some of us, if you're like me, the choice has never been clear. In fact, I can't recall a single instance in my life where I knew what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go. I never knew without a shadow of a doubt which path was right for me. So as I put pen to paper writing this, I felt as though I was standing in the center of a clearing in a dense forest, shrouded in shadow and enwreathed in mist, at the intersection of an unknowable number of paths which extend in all directions, deep into the unseen heart of an untamed and unforgiving wilderness. Amid the howling of beasts, the singing of birds, chirping of insects, the creaking of the trees which sway in the whistling winds, I am truly immersed. And it is only in the silence between them that I wonder, am I lost? This question has reared its head since I was very young. Of course, every young child has an answer when you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? If you had asked me when I was 6 years old, I would have said paleontologist. Make of that what you will. But as time progressed, and any illusion of certainty seemed to dissipate as I got older, eventually I came to a point that I did not know which path to take. I didn't know what I wanted to do or where to go. Should I be a writer or a musician? Should I be a tattoo artist or a painter, a welder or a carpenter, maybe a YouTuber? Over a decade later of contemplation, and as of right now, I am none of those things, at least fully. How does one choose a singular path in life? How could they? And how can I? Should I even? How? When all paths like silver strands of spider's silk, spun sprawling from the center in an intricate web of fate, all so equally beautiful and yet so terrifying. Sometimes I envy those who know which path to take. It must be so easy for them, I think sometimes. Then again, I suppose it is just as easy for the hapless fly, driven only by instinct, to find himself ensnared at the intersection of his own blind instinct and another's web of fatal beauty, only to be trapped and consumed by that same fate. I don't know which path to take, but I do know that I refuse to be the fly. The winds seek to push me one way, while the crows beckon me another, and in the paralysis of this contemplation, my roots attempt to grow downward into the earth, beneath the soil beneath my feet with the worms, threatening me unto a similar fate to that of the fly, and so I must tread on, content to wander on, for it is true that not all those who wander are truly lost. And if you too have wandered and happened across this video, then it seems our paths have crossed, and perhaps we have a lot in common. And while you're here, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Jay, and this video is my introduction to you. And in the spirit of wandering, I have no idea where this channel is going to lead. I have too many interests to list here, and I can make no guarantee of the type of content I'm gonna make, or of its frequency from here on out. All I can say is that this channel is meant to be my creative outlet for all the passions and interests that I have not the time to commit to fully. I may talk about metal music, I may talk about poetry, nature, spirituality, life philosophy, the things that matter most to me. But in the meantime, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for stopping by. Amidst this weaving labyrinthian chaos, which is the paths we traverse in this world. And until our paths cross again, dear viewers, wander on.